I'm Alan Lang, Director of Sales and Marketing with Scout Boats. I'm standing on our all-new 357 LXF, which is the successor to the 355 LXF. You'll see that we've changed this bow area to really widen it up. We still have the actuating electric table here in the center, so I can use this as a table, drop it down halfway, cushion goes on top, creates a lounge all the way across, or I can drop it all the way to the floor, or halfway again without the cushion and use this area as a casting deck if I needed to. Up front, I've got the anchor windlass with foot pedals, also controls back at the dash. I've got illuminating ambient lighting that pops up out of the deck, rod holders up here. And one thing new about this 357 is I've got these built-in backrests with plenty of room for my legs. So lots of comfort up here, safety, grab rails. There's storage on both sides, and up in the forward part, it gives me access to my anchor chain and rode. Underneath the table, there's a large storage area for extra vests or whatever you want to put down there. And then moving aft, I've got cup holders and butterfly lids and coolers on both sides up here in the gunnel. So on this particular model, you're looking at the Grigio interior, which is sort of a scout white and light gray. It's been a very popular option. We've got a large console lounge here with storage underneath for my shore power cord, Armstrong ladder for the starboard side transom, plenty of room for beach bags, supplies, anything you need there with the dry box. Moving aft, I've got another control for my stereo, an area here to set flip-flops, keys, whatever accessories you want to bring on the boat. And then moving back to the console, we've touched this up in here with a little bit nicer interior than what you've seen in the past. So down here in the cabin, I've got a great area to sleep for two. I've got windows on either side that I can open up to get a little fresh air. Also air conditioning down here, speakers, television, sink, refrigerator, vanity mirror, storage on the port side for utensils, trash can, access to the backside of my console, storage cabinets up top, additional fusion head unit, switch panels, and also I've got all my engine keys down here to not clutter up my dash. Once these are turned on, I can crank the engines digitally from up at the helm. Moving back to the helm, I've got a really pretty acrylic dash with two 12-inch screens centered by a 16-inch screen. I've got an optional scan strut cell phone charger, two cup holders, vessel view gauge, Mercury joystick, AC at the helm, binnacle controls, and a glove box here with a couple of USB and USB-C ports. Up top, I've got my optional Seakeeper controls, an additional switch panel for anything that I might need in an emergency situation. VHF radio, you'll notice the icon at the dash that's lit up red. That can be turned off at night if you want to, but what it does is it indicates that there's power to the boat. And on this model, our sunroof is made out of fiberglass. So once that's deployed, it leaves you with two kind of T-top windows that allows the natural light to come through. And with it being a fiberglass sunshade, you can pretty much run full speed without worrying about doing any damage to the shade itself. And one really cool thing you'll see about the larger Scouts on the starboard side of the console is storage for your brush, gaff, line hook, and lines that's dedicated and lockable. On the port side of the leaning post, you've got a trash can. On the starboard side of the leaning post, you've got tackle drawers, and also the controls for your fiberglass aft sunshade. Bolster cushions running from almost the entire boat all the way back with a handrail that takes me all the way back here to the stern. We've got a newly designed side door. This thing reminds me of a bank vault. It's so sturdy. The in-floor fish boxes are even larger than what we had on the previous 355 LXF. The leaning post back here, I've got an aft-facing seat so I can watch my rods or sit back here and enjoy time with my friends. I could fold down the backrest, and I've got a little rigging station here or a table with built-in cup holders. Back at the stern, we've got a walkable transom with no splash well. So if you're parked, at a beach or at a restaurant, anybody walking across your transom isn't going to have to worry about slipping down inside of a splash well with rigging running through it. It's all very clean and wide open. On the port side transom back here, we've got a nice built-in storage box. The dive door back here in the stern has been changed to a single door, nice and sturdy, that swings in. I've got split bait well lids, so each side folds over, which reveals a cutting board on the underside, access to my bilge area, and underneath the seat back here, I've got access to my optional Seakeeper or a cooler box, storage box, and I've also got hose reels here for raw and freshwater hoses. At the stern of the boat, you've got a 2-person forward-facing transom seat, rod holders, shore power, engine flush system, starboard side rod storage. One other thing you'll notice about this 357 is the cockpit's just a little bit larger than what you saw on the 355. So this is a new mold, new boat, successor to the 355 LXF. Very excited about it. This boat is equipped with AC at the helm and down below that runs off of your battery powered. With the Seakeeper option, we also have solar panels up top that trickle charge the system. Now this boat is part of our S-Class series, which is a play on S for Scout, also a stepped hull, and then S-Class stands for performance and luxury. It is epoxy infused. So the fit and finish on this boat when it comes out of the mold after being baked for 8 hours at 145 degrees is fully cured, first class finish, looks great even with darker colors. This boat is equipped with the V10 Triple Mercury 400s, reaches speeds to mid to high 70s. Very fast boat. One thing I want to point out about our 357 LXF and our other LXF models is they're known as being the gentlemen's and ladies' fishing boats. They're built very tough, they look beautiful, but they're also great for fishing on top of entertaining, luxury, and they have the appointments that you come to expect in a very high-end fishing machine. Check out the 357 and everything else we have to offer today at scoutboats.com.